Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a spotlight on In Exilium. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, version 1.6. That needs to be paid special close attention to in this. I've had this game for probably about a week now. I put a couple hours into it, or a few minutes anyway. I don't actually remember. And was not impressed. Just gonna be completely honest, was not impressed at all. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait until closer to release when they have updated it a bit, because presumably there's some patches that they're gonna be throwing out before it's actually released. So I held off. When I got the code for this, there was no embargo on it, so I could have thrown a video up at any time. I'm still hoping that there is a really big update that comes out just before it's released. As of the time I'm recording this, it's 21 hours before it's released. So hopefully by the time I can get this recorded, rendered, and uploaded, it'll be like just before or just in time for release. But yeah, so let's quickly go in here. We're gonna take a quick look at the settings. There's nothing there. Okay, yep, that's it. That's all there is. Moving on. So we're gonna actually create a new character, because I want to show this pretty much right from the beginning. So character name, I will use Bob, because why not? So typical RPG, you can pick your thing, your warrior, mage, archer, or you could technically set your own, if you so desire. Your base is 10, so you could just have all strength, but I'm gonna pick, I did warrior on my Steve character. I don't know why I named him Steve. I'm going to do mage. I haven't tried the other ones, but as you can see, you've got this pretty basic model of a male character. There is no, gender. There's really nothing here. You can't adjust anything. And I'm kind of hoping that changes. I see no real reason why you can't have a male or a female character. Doesn't really make sense to me, but let's create this character. Fuck you. Character's name must be 4 characters. What? What kind of retarded restriction is that? I have not come across that, and I'm gonna bitch about that. That is fucking stupid. Give me a fucking break. So now he's Bobby, because the programmers can't be fucked to make it. They give him fucking minimum. Who gives, minimum is 1 character. Must have 1 character. That's your minimum. Fucking hell. So there we go. We created our character that is effectively the same. So this level 30 is very small amount of gameplay. So let's hop in here. And now we get to see our character and what we've got. There is a multiplayer battleground, which I couldn't be bothered with. Just couldn't be bothered with. I doubt anybody really has it. Supposedly you could have got it through a bundle and been playing it on Desura as well. I'm not sure. And yeah. So let's go to the campaign and see. And wait for this amazing story. You were once a mighty king. You looked like a king. Seriously. A great leader, both kind and just. Okay, that's cool. However, greatness comes without its comes not without its challenges. Okay, seems pretty simple so far. A dark and powerful force arose in your kingdom. I like the presentation of this. I think it's great. Wanting your greatness for itself, it infiltrated your order. So I'm not now I have an order. Slowly, its power grew. Once it had gained enough influence, it seized your crown. And banished you to a strange hostile realm to live the rest of your days. And that's it. That's the story. At least as far as I've acquired. I'm not sure if, later on down the road there's actual story. But there you go. You're just kind of dumped here. So you were sent to another hostile world. You were a king. You now have nothing. Like, you are a nobody. And there's a camp with a chest that's empty, an anvil, somehow, a tent, a sign, a campfire. There's, seriously? That explains how to move. Except, fun fact, you have to move to it in order to read it. So here we are, we have our little things that you have to stand on top of to see what they are. That's something that kind of bothers me. I am currently pressing I. I don't know if you can hear me pressing my keyboard, but I am pressing I. If you go over to the inventory, it has in brackets I, which tells you that that's the keyboard to open it up. Yeah, there isn't. It doesn't use your keyboard, sort of. So we can just drag and drop, I'm a mage, not an archer, am I? You can't swap. If you want to swap, yeah, you're fucked. So, except you have to use tab, and it gives you nice little messages down below, which is nice. That I like, and it doesn't stay on for too long. It doesn't outstay its welcome. So here we are. We've got our nice little dagger, or I can have, apparently, I have my dagger equipped now. Staff has been unequipped. Dagger has been unequipped. The messages are a little weird. You equip dagger. It can't seem to figure out what you've done or what you have not done. So let's take a look at our character. Okay. Can't really do anything. Basic level up stuff. Simple enough. Inventory. Okay. Skills. What do we got here? We have Energy Bolt. Oh, well, I guess I can't drag it down. You have to right-click and set. Right-click and set. Right-click and set. Okay, sure. I'll accept that. There's your map, which isn't really a map. It's, more of a, you are in, I don't know. It's a world map. But not a zone map. I don't know. And then options. The least useful menu in really any game once you're in it. So, in order to attack, you have to walk up and hit. If I just click, he just raises his arm and stops. But, okay. There it goes. A little bit basic here. Once you get to the whole mobile enemies, it becomes a bit harder to click on them. This whole going behind objects. Yeah. And let's go find something a little more solid to go behind. There we go. It has a delay. And doesn't always show. Like, sometimes you'll go behind an object and it just won't show, like the tree. I'm completely invisible behind this tree, except for a little bit through the transparencies there. It's a little bit annoying, but we currently have nothing. We're level 1. We don't really have a whole lot of anything. Let's equip our staff. We got the staff, yeah. So there's two places to get it. It doesn't tell you anything. You come here, okay, there's this. Okay, dungeon. It says level 5. Okay. So what am I supposed to do when I am level 1? Do I come over here? Let's actually click on it. Level 2. Okay. I am not level 2. I am level 1. So what the hell? What's up, dude? What do I do? Do I just stand here and, like, attack dummies mindlessly? Yes. That is actually entirely it. So you'll notice when I press 1, I cast my spell. But if you press 1, we wait for the cooldown. Oh, and there we go. We got our level up. If you press 1 and then it's actually, oh, apparently right click does it. I'm going to press 1, and then I'm going to immediately click as soon as the bar comes up. Yeah. I did that, and nothing happened. You have to wait. It's like a half-second delay. You'll also notice that I leveled up from punching these dummies. It's just kind of strange. Not necessarily bad, but strange. And there's, like, no explanation as to what I'm doing. There's nothing. So these are things that I'm really hoping get sorted. Need some vitality going. I get pummeled quite a bit. Oh, apparently I can't use... Oh, with my dagger. Dumbass. That wasn't to the game. That was to me. I just feel like I need to specify that I am a dumbass. So... Okay. That is probably the most useless spell. Oh. Alright. Let's get rid of that. Can I clear that? There we go. So, no real way to get rid of them off the bar. But yeah, very useless spell. The skills I find to be damn near useless. I'm actually doing more damage right now than I did with the warrior. And that's really fucking dumb. It really, really is. So, alright. So we are now level 3. Oh, we're level 4. I missed a level up. Nope. One in my vitality. There we go. So you'll notice that we level up really quickly, even by just attacking stupid dummies. So let's head in here. We'll go to the crossroads. I actually stood there and got myself up to level 7 in like 5 minutes with my warrior. Alright, so we have bad guys. Come on. There we go. And missing. Constantly missing. So what we got here is, again, we leveled up. So this is going to get really annoying, especially since you'll notice that my damage doesn't really increase. Oh, look, we've got this guy. But we have to stand inside of him in order to do anything. So I could buy things, but there's nothing here to buy. Okay. And I can interact with this. So that goes down. And that one says I need to be level 20. Okay. And what about this one? Need to be level 35. So there's a lot of these gates. Like when you go in the dungeon, there's a lot of areas that you can't go to because it's level blocked. Which is kind of cool. Kind of obnoxious, but kind of cool. Okay, so we can go into the forest. Apparently we're high enough level to go into the forest. Great. So we are going to now find enemies. Oh look, there was an enemy that was tucked in behind the tree that we couldn't see. And then of course I run around the enemy for no apparent reason. So this is combat. This really is combat. You just stand here, get pummeled, hope to hell that you're going to actually hit, gain levels randomly, and get these little purple orbs. Like, I gained, what, 2 levels during that little fight? It's kind of pathetic. This is just what I do. The only noticeable thing are, you know, my mana goes up and my health goes up. I had my strength up and I was still doing, you know, 3 damage on average. Like, this needs to speed up. Your skills, I should be able, as soon as I hit 1, it should cast. Or should be ready to cast. I shouldn't need to wait half a second in order to click to actually cast it. It's just really strange. Like, there's all these enemies around that, honestly, I don't know where I am in relation to this guy. I'm pretty sure I'm standing right inside of him. You'll also find that you'll see that there's no drops. They don't drop loot. They just drop this little purple currency thing. It's just strange. Like, this is a game that I can't really call bad, but annoying. I don't know what the fuck happened there. Oh, and I leveled up again. The leveling up is frustrating because it basically breaks your flow and does nothing. Like, I'm still doing 3 damage, and it's more consistent now. There's a blue slime there. If you get yourself, like, try to get myself here, you don't attack. There's some pretty small enemies, like some of the spiders will get in front of you, and they'll be like right there, and you, like, trying to hit them, you're better off to actually click around and attack them from this side, so they're here. It gets kind of frustrating. It's really not a spectacular game in its current, like, seriously, how much, like, and I'm dead. And the consequence for dying? Nothing. You go back to the camp. It honestly is actually a good way to fast travel. Like, I've lost nothing. I still have the same number of, whatever these are. I don't even know what the hell those are. Little dungeon coupons. I don't know. But I am now level 8. I don't know what purpose it was to go that way. I really don't. Like, there's branching paths everywhere. Like, everything branches. It is kind of cool. It's got a cool idea, but it's just, it needs a lot of work in its current state. And that's why I'm hoping that there's a massive patch coming out. And I have put off doing this and put it off and put it off and put it off because it's mediocre. It really is. Like, I can get away with the bumbly graphics. Like, this guy used to be a king, and he seriously looks like a peasant. Like, he has no regal demeanor. He's like, he slouches. He's just dull. Like, you would expect something. I would also, like, you know, some reason to do something. It's like, okay, I'm put here and there's a dungeon that I can go into and all these places to go. See, right here, there's really no way I could hit that spider unless I move behind him or beside. It's just kind of frustrating. So far, this mage feels like a warrior. Like, except I'm giving different stats. There's also, unless I missed something, I've yet to see it tell me that I've got a new skill. So now I have poison and fireball. Ooh, fireball. Let's put that to 2. we'll put you to 5 and put you to 3. There we go. Okay, so this is just a big empty room. Like, there's no chests, there's no nothing, there's just a bunch of monsters, you know, really 2 different types, spiders and slug things. And the occasional pillar that takes... Oh, see, here it shows me the monsters. It's like... I just cannot figure this out. The philosophy behind it. Oh, look! Got a simple staff. And a level. And let's see. The simple staff is the same one that I have. Except it gives plus 10 experience. So, let's do that so we can level up faster! Because this ridiculous level up system isn't already ridiculous enough. So, they have the ability to show enemies behind objects. They don't use it. It's just kind of weird. And then the enemies, they scale. Like, you'll do this. This is pretty easy. You can do one-on-one. You know, nothing too spectacular about this. One-on-one, kill it. And then you'll all of a sudden get into an area where you're met with, like, a whole bunch of enemies that are, like, 3 times the strength, or 5 times the strength in some cases, of everything else that you've fought in the area. But you're surrounded by them. So you really have no choice but to, you know, run around. Your health slowly regenerates, which is nice. So you can just, as you're running around, you will actually regen health. If you stand still for long enough, it'll just fully heal. And if you level up, like if you actually do your level up stats, I think it seems to do that every time. I'm not sure if that's just happens to be the delay or what. Oh, there we go. So this is a case of now we have skeletons. Suddenly. Just out of the blue, skeletons. And that mob just disappeared. So I can't hit this skeleton. Like, so my only choice is to run away. And it will pursue you for damn near ever. Within the area, anyway. So let's bugger out of this dungeon. So yeah, this is the dungeon. It's pretty boring. And I have got more loot in this particular journey than I have in pretty much every other journey into there. The loot drop rate is so bad. And what you get is so useless. It really, really is. And then, of course, you've got this bow, which you right-click, which is a lot better because now this is movement, this is attack. This should be how this is set up for everything. So I can move with one and shoot with another. Where, like, I'm gonna reference Diablo, where Diablo does do this. This is the Diablo, you know, esque style. But Diablo, if you want to stand in one spot and shoot effectively like the right click, you hold shift and he'll do this. You know, completely ignoring any movement until you release shift. That's a nice system. This has the right click, which is cool and should be used for everything. It's a lot of little things. I honestly, I can't shit on it, but I can't praise it. It's just... It's kind of mediocre. That's all I can really say is it's mediocre, and there's absolutely no point. I see no reason for me to do this. Switch back to my staff. I really see no reason for me to actually be going around doing this. I see no reason for me to actually level up. It just seems tedious. Like, and then this is just weird. It's just a lot of weird. Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this right now. I'm hoping, against hope, that by the time this comes out, I guess, they've released a big patch that fixes a lot of these little issues. I'm not holding my breath, but I am hoping. Alright, so we're gonna have to fight a whole bunch of stuff. I pressed 3 like 5 times there, and it just... nothing. And then all of a sudden. Alright. Yeah. That was my own stupidity for just running and aggroing a whole bunch of them. I'm not blaming the game for that. Just, the game's got enough things that I can blame it for. It really does. Like this. Like, after this, I shouldn't be able to gain a level from this, but I will. I think at this point, if I fight 5 of them, it will eventually level me up. And the delay on them disappearing is just odd. Alright. Anyway, there we go. Leveled up again. Anyway, there we go. That's all I'm going to do for now. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Check it out. It is available on Steam. I have no idea how much it's going for. It doesn't say on the Steam page, and it wasn't in the press email that they sent me. At least I didn't see it. So I have no idea, and I haven't looked at Desura to see how much it is on there. I'm going to assume it's going to be around 20 bucks. That's going to be my assumption, but I really... not a clue. Not a bloody clue. And as far as I know, it's not coming out in early access either. It's coming out as a full release. So bear that in mind. Alright. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time.